Hello guys, and welcome to Unpopular Opinions. This is a new series where we talk about basic manners and etiquette. We discuss all of the unwritten rules of proper behavior, and we learn some tips and tricks on how to improve ourselves and our behavior. I feel like as a society, we are starting to accept some bad behavior as normal. And so this is a good opportunity for us to discuss and share our knowledge on how things are done or should be done. So for today's topic, we are talking about the ways to be a good house guest. So we're going to be discussing things that you should do and the things that you shouldn't do when you visit people. So of course, the first thing is that you do not show up to people's houses uninvited. Now, unless it is an emergency, you never show up to people's houses without their knowledge. Do not show up to someone's house and say that I came to visit because I was in the neighborhood. I'd like to spend some time with you because I was in the neighborhood. That is wrong. You inform them before you show up. You give them advance notice. Inform them a week, 2 weeks, a month before you show up to their houses. That way they can prepare for your arrival. They can get the guest room ready. They can change their schedules, they can make food and be ready for when you show up in their homes. The second thing is that bring a gift when you're visiting people. Don't say that your uncle is already rich, so he doesn't need anything. You're coming to eat their food, drink their water, increase their electricity bill. Bring a gift with you. It can be a bottle of wine, it can be a crate of eggs. It can be a fruit basket if you can afford it. But bring a gift with you to show appreciation for the fact that they are allowing you to stay in their homes. It shows that you are thoughtful. It shows that you genuinely appreciate what they are doing for you. So please, second point is that bring a gift with you when you're visiting people. So number 3 is that travel with your own personal care items. So travel with your own towel, your own body creams, even your own soap. If you're going to be in a bedroom where you're sharing with other people, make sure you take enough clothes. Don't go to someone's house and be borrowing clothes. You don't want to be in someone's house and be a nuisance, otherwise you will not return. So take your personal care items with you when you visit people. Now, when you arrive in someone's home, pay attention to how things are done. In your own home, you can leave the lights on in your bedroom the whole day, and that is fine. But you cannot travel to a place like London and leave the lights on the whole day. That would be your last visit. If there's an AC in your bedroom, treat it as decoration. Only turn it on when you're about to sleep and you feel the room is just too warm. Turn it on for a few seconds, let the room cool down, then you turn it off. Remember, you are using someone's electricity. Remember, someone else has to pay for the bills. Don't be that person who would turn the AC on, leave it on the whole night until morning, and they would wake up shivering because they want to experience winter in somebody's house. Trust me, you will never go back to that house. Now, in the same way, follow the house rules. If you notice that they like to eat at the dining table, please eat at the dining table and not in your bedroom. If you notice that your uncle likes to close his gate at 9 o'clock, when you go out, come back home before 9 o'clock. Don't stay out all night and expect that they would stay up waiting for you. Remember, they have to go to work the next day. They have their own plans for the next day. Don't be a nuisance in people's houses. If you want that freedom to come and go as you please, then get an Airbnb. It's better to stay at an Airbnb than in someone's home. If you notice that your host likes to watch the news at 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock is not the time for you to come and say, I want to watch my favorite show on Netflix. 7 o'clock is where you excuse them, go to your bedroom so that they can also feel comfortable in the hall and watch whatever shows they want to. You want to Be the type of guest in someone's home where they don't feel like you are in their space. You want to give them space so that they can live their life as if you're not there. You don't want to make your host uncomfortable. Now, just because people tell you to feel comfortable in their homes does not mean that you should do everything the way you do in your own home. Remember, you are under somebody else's roof, and so you must try and live a lifestyle that fits into their own. My next point is that you should help around the house. If the breakfast table is set for you every morning, once you're done eating, clear the table, wash the dishes, and do not only wash the plates you used, but if there are other dirty bowls, dirty plates in the sink, wash all of them. Now, even if there's a house help in the home whose job is to do all of these things, make sure to clean up after yourself. Don't leave a mess for someone else to come and do it. If the hall is dirty, if you notice that the TV is dusty, wipe it down, sweep the hall, help out with the little chores in the home. If you do that, people tend to appreciate you. People enjoy your company. Now, in addition to that, when they say serve yourself, it means that you can have some, but eat with common sense. It doesn't mean that go and eat all of the soup. Go and eat all of the meat in the stew. It means that take enough, but remember that tomorrow you will eat. Remember that someone is paying for the food. Someone prepared it. Remember that the next morning, the next evening, the next day, you will eat. So please, I beg you, when you visit people, whether they are rich, whether they have enough to spare, regardless what they tell you, please eat with common sense. Take some and make sure you leave some. That is what it means when people tell you that feel free and eat. Another point is that when you find a fully stocked fridge in someone's home, it doesn't mean it is there for you to finish. Just because someone has 12 bottles of malt in their fridge doesn't mean that you should drink all. Just because you see a box of juice in the fridge doesn't mean that you should drink directly from the box. They probably stocked up because you were coming over. And don't say that my uncle is rich, these people are rich, they can afford it. No. Remember that somebody is paying for all these items. And you don't want to draw attention to your house when you're in someone's home. You don't want a situation where they will come and ask you, I thought I saw 12 bottles of malt in the fridge. How come there's only 2 left? And your response is that, oh, uncle said I can feel free and have whatever is in the fridge, and so I drank 10. That would be your last visit to your uncle's house. So please be mindful of your behavior in people's homes. Be mindful of the freedoms that you take. And that brings me to my next point. Take some food with you if you'll be staying in people's homes. Take some snacks. Have a biscuit, some bread, Milo. Have something in your bag that you can eat when you're hungry. Now, the situation might be that in someone's home, they have one big meal the whole day and that is it. But in your own home, you might have 3-course meals with desserts. And so you would go to your uncle's home and they give you one big lunch and you're expecting dinner and dinner doesn't come. And when you leave, you go back and report that when you went to your uncle's house, they were starving you, they didn't give you food, they were maltreating you. But the point is, did you take your own food with you? Sometimes you need to understand yourself. Personally, I'm a picky eater. If I see a lot of food, I will not be able to eat it. I like to eat in bits. I would take 1 ladle of rice or whatever. If I enjoy it, I will go for seconds. Now, in someone's home, if I take my 1 ladle, they might think I'm done. So if I finish with that and I check and there's more, I can take a second ladle. If it's finished, when I go back to my room, I have my Milo, I have my bread, I can do hot chocolate, top up for the day, and go to bed. Or even still, you can order something for yourself. Now, that might be controversial because in someone's home, they might find that offensive. So you can come up with an excuse. Oh, I need to check something from the junction. I need to buy something from the junction. Quickly go to the nearest area shop, buy whatever you need, fill your tummy, and come and sleep. Don't expect things to be the same in other people's houses as you do in your home. Don't expect the experiences to be the same. Make sure that you make provision for every situation. Don't go and inconvenience people. Don't overstay your welcome. If you say you're spending a week, let it be 7 days. Sometimes you visit people and their homes are so comfortable that, to be honest, when it's time to leave, you do not want to go. You visit someone and they offer you breakfast in bed. They're talking about lunch before it's even 12 o'clock. They're ordering pizza for dinner. It comes with ice cream and some bucket of chicken that you've never tasted. So when your days are up, you come up with excuses like, oh, I'm waiting for a phone call from a friend. Or I'm supposed to do this, but the person is delaying, so can I stay a few more days? Please, don't do that. What happens is that as much as you are enjoying your stay, remember that on a normal day, your uncle's wife might heat up whatever leftovers in the fridge and they will have as dinner. But because you are there, they have to make fresh food every day. Because you are there, they have to make sure someone is home to entertain you. They have to change their lifestyles, maybe not even go to work early, just so that they can prepare for you. So these are things that we don't think about quite often. But I'm hoping that we will try and be mindful of them when we visit people. Remember that however long you stay, your host needs to make preparations for that. If you're staying longer than your 1 week, they have to wash your bed sheets for you, maybe change them, go grocery shopping, make extra food for you. So please, let your 1 week be 1 week. Let your 3 days be 3 days. Now, this next point is for the extra people like myself. Travel with your own bed sheets and pillowcases. Now, let me explain. I've been to people's homes where their bed sheets were made out of pure Egyptian cotton. Now, as a natural girl, I know for a fact that my hair is full of so much oil. The only thing I put in my hair is shea butter and a whole lot of oils. Now, in my own home, there's no way I will put my hair on my own pillowcase, much less in someone's home where it's white, pure Egyptian cotton linen. Traveling with your own bed sheets and pillowcase, it might seem weird, but it's actually a very good practice. If you have natural hair, you sleep on your satin bonnet and you don't stain someone's pillow. Because trust me, if I sleep on someone's pillowcase for 3 days, the amount of oil that would transfer onto the pillow, you can fry an egg from it. Now, as a young lady, depending on the time of the month, you might need a little bit more protection when you sleep. So having your own bed sheet is quite good. You place it on the bed. In the morning, if you have any issues, you quickly take it off and you still have a clean bed sheet just in case someone comes in. Now, another reason why personally I travel with my own sheets is because I react to a lot of smells. Someone's bed sheets can give me a cold overnight simply because it smells too nice. And also having my own sheets, my own pillowcases gives me a sense of familiarity. Being in a different environment, it makes me feel like I brought with me a little bit of home. However, if you use the sheets provided, remember that before you leave, you take off all the beddings. If there's a laundry basket, you place them in the laundry basket. If there isn't, you fold it nicely and place it at the edge of the bed. If it's possible to wash, please wash it. If not, fold it nicely and place at the edge of the bed. It's just another sign of appreciation, of showing your host that you don't want to be an inconvenience to their lifestyle. It's doing the little things so that they notice that you were a good house guest. Then also, when your holiday is over, leave with only what you came with. That extra soap, that extra clean towel, those wipes, those shaving sticks that were provided. Whatever is left, please, they are not meant for you to take away with you. They are there for the next guest to come and use. If your uncle bought you extra drinks in there in the fridge, you drank some, you have some left. When it's time to leave, don't go and pick them. Unless they specifically instruct you, unless they tell you to go for everything that is left in the fridge, do not go and say that, yes, they bought this for me, so I'm taking this with me. In some ways, that is stealing. Take with you only what you brought into the home. Sometimes you go into someone's home and you find that they have this very nice decor on the dining table. They have a very nice miniature statue in the living room that would fit perfectly in your own home. Do not be tempted to take it. Leave the home with only what you brought. If they offer it to you, if they say that you can have it, if they say that you can clear the mini fridge in your room, then you take those things with you. Unless it is offered, do not take. On your last day, tidy up the room. Sweep. Empty the bin. Wash the bathroom. Whatever state you met the room, try and leave it as it is. Don't leave a mess for someone else to come and clean after you. And if you can, whatever is even finished, try and replace it. So the tea roll in the washroom is finished. Replace it. You used too many of the shaving sticks. Replace it. And another thing is that when you're staying with someone and you go out, whatever items that you notice they use around the house, try and buy some when you're coming. Again, don't say that they are so rich, they don't need you to do that. If you used eggs in the morning, when you go out, buy eggs. If you notice that the milk is finished, when you go out, buy a few tins. There's no water at home, or you've drank a lot of water since you've been in the house. Buy some. Buy items to replace whatever is used. It makes your host even want to allow you to stay longer. That's how you show appreciation to people. That's how you show how much you appreciate them, allowing you into their home, allowing you into their lives, allowing you into their space. Now, when you finally leave their home and arrive in your homes or wherever next destination, remember to send a thank you message. Call them if it's possible. Thank them for their generosity, for letting you stay in their home, for allowing you to spend time with their family. If possible, send them a gift. Because it takes a lot to host someone in your home. To allow someone into your space, to allow someone to come and see the ins and outs of your family. It takes a lot. And so you also need to show appreciation, that you are grateful for their help. the least you can do is to send a text message and say, I've arrived safely. Thank you for letting me stay with you. So these are some basic manners, basic etiquettes that I feel can help us become better people, better individuals, better adults in our society. Let me know in the comment section if I left anything else out. Let me know if you have something else to add. Don't drag me. Remember, these are my opinions. These are my experiences. These are my words. So if I didn't explain something as much as you would like, let me know and I will try and explain further. But be kind with your comments, and I will see you all in my next video.